Students, this is project 4, and we're going to make a poster called Generation Poster. And it's using graphics and different kinds of enhancements. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to do File, New, and start with a blank document. Okay, I've got that. And before you start doing anything else, do File, Save As, go to the folder where you're saving your documents, and you're going to put your initials, and then it's Project 04 Poster, or Generation, I guess. Generation Poster. Okay. Now we can get started here. And this is one that you're going to be creative in. And so I'm just going to show you some of the different things that you can do. First of all, if you don't have your show hide button on, turn it on, because when you start working with graphics, it'll help you visualize where the image is going to be and some things like that. So that was step 2, to turn that on. Then we're having a single one-page mini poster. So if it goes on to 2 pages, you have to make your font smaller or your images smaller or something to get it fitting on one thing. So we are going to add 5 to 7 characteristics of your generate. You're going to add a picture and then some characteristics of you, and then the bottom, some of the years they represent. So when you insert your picture, let me show you what it's going to look like. We need to go over to our, I need to go here, and we need to go to next. We just did business cards. And then project 3. And project 4 now is, we need to look at this picture down below, and you're going to put your name and put it in some different font, add a picture, and then what generation you belong to, and then you're going to pick 5 or 6 different characteristics of you. Now, to find your generation, so I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to be in Google. Oops, I'm not going to be over there. There we go. Cool. Generation, like generation, groups, boomers, and millennials and that kind of thing. So we are going to, there's 7 different generations here. So if you were born between 1901 and 1924, you're the greatest generation, and I'm in this one here. And so you pick the years that you were born. So let's pretend that you were born here as a millennial. So I'm going to copy that over to my Word document. And right now I'm not going to, I don't want it to be bulleted. And I'm going to move these little things over here to get this so it's right there. Okay, I'm not going to worry about formatting until I get some of my stuff on there. I want to think about a picture that matches my generation, but before I do that, I'm going to put characteristics of millennials. Influential, so there's a word. Confident, cautious, avid savers, love to travel. So pick 5 or 6 of these. So right now I'm going to pick that whole list up and put it over in my Word document. And I'm going to use search and replace. That's a feature that we used. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take and do Control H. Well, I'm not going to get into that because it'll get too complicated, but I want to take out the word there. because I just want one word. And I don't have to do all of them, but just some of them that I want to do. And I'm going to make the first letter capital, and that will make it look nice. Wow, competitive. Love to travel. And let's put a capital C here, a capital C here, and I there. And then I'm going to come down, and I want to take those bullets off of there, off of all of them. None. Okay. Now see how these little markers are over there? That's making it so it's not going to the margin. If you do Control Q, that moves it and puts it like that. Okay, so now I think I'm going to pull this one out because it's kind of long. It's going to maybe go to the next page. So I've got some characteristics of my generation. And what else do I need to have in here? Let's look at that picture again. I'm going to have my name. I'm going to have that. I'm going to be a millennial. And I've got some different characteristics. And I have to pick the years that they match. So, oh, I wish I would have gotten that before. But I have it right here. Very good. So I want to put that at the bottom. Take that out of there, cut it, put it to the bottom, and take out the period. And okay. Now, I've got the layout of it. And I'm going to save this right now because I might want to upload this for you guys to have a little template. I'm going to just do a little something. Okay, so now I'm going to, let's see, I'm influential in the workplace, so maybe that's something, or save, travel. I'm going to pick a picture that I think represents me. So I'm going to go to online pictures, and I'm actually just going to type in millennials. Creative Commons only. And I've got all these nice pictures. And let's see. Maybe I like this one. And I insert that. And then I can make it smaller. And now, if you can notice that these words are up here, if you press this down like that, that's why we have those markers in there. Okay. We're going to center it. We're going to make it bigger. And we're going to make it bold. And maybe I'll make it red. Then I can click on here and I can drag this guy over a little bit to make it centered. Now at this point I want to turn my markers off so I can see the margin here and that margin there. Okay. And my name, and let's do John Stanford. And let's center those, make them 22, make them a different color. Let's make them blue. No, let's make them red. That'll all match nice. And then, all right, we've got that done. And we need to make this a color. Let's make it maybe, that doesn't show up very good. Purple, bold, 22, center it. And now the only thing that we need to put on here is a border. So I say, we would think that it's on insert. But no, it's not on insert. Design. It's over here in design. So page border, and we can make it wide. I can pick some art and make it kind of fancy. So there's all sorts of, this one's a good one. Or maybe I want to do this one. I can make the colors go with red. And now I have a border around it. And I look at the whole thing. And I proofread it and I see I don't want that there. And I'm actually going to take this out of there. And that goes down here. And you can look and see if there's any other things that you want to do. If you want to pick a style, you can pick a style, or you can pick an effect, different things, whatever you want to do. Okay. And it's on one page. Let's do File, Print. So that quickly we made a poster. One thing I would do is I would make millennials, I would make it more bold like this here. The picture could be made a little bit bigger, but if you made it too big, this is going to go over to 2 pages and you don't want to do that. Okay, so you're set with this. The only thing I really want you to have on here is a border. I want you to have your name, a picture, a couple things about your maybe 5. If this would cut you over to the next page, just go ahead and take one off, but if you get 5 on there. So I think one thing I need to do in my directions is have you get your information before you get ready to type it. So there you go. That's it. And you are done for the quarter. There's just a wrap up, which is worth 50 points or 100 points. I forget. And to get your badges in, you are done with this class and you have made it. And what a good thing you've done. You've got some really good skills to take to work with you now. I hope anyway. And I just, there was a lot of fiddling with the documents this time, and it had to do with all this technical stuff. I switched from what is called classic quizzes to new quizzes, and it really didn't work very good, but I'll fix it. So there you go. Okay, thank you, students, very much.